Hey guys, I'm here today with Mr. Grayson Dales, graduated our program in 2019, has been traveling as a combo welder, sort of chasing the paper. Grayson, thanks for coming in with us today.
Thank you.
All right, so you're here working and helping out at the KWI contest, sort of your way to give back to the next generation, and we appreciate that as well. Tell us, since you left here, how many states have you been in?
Probably a good 10 or 12.
10 or 12.
Been from Maine all the way down to Florida. A lot of the East Coast. I've never been out west yet.
Okay.
I haven't had the opportunity to go out there yet. I have, I just didn't need to. There's a lot of work around here. So.
Now, what's most of the jobs you've been doing? And have you been doing, like, chemical plant or refinery, boiler?
I'm at a chemical plant right now, but I've been to a lot of boilers. That's what a lot of my buddies have been working at, and that's a lot of the companies I work for have been in boilers. So boilers, chemical plants, and there's a few new construction jobs, like there's a chicken processing plant and a some food grade places that are new construction. So a lot of those.
So that's what I was going to ask next. Are you welding stainless and exotics, or has it just been carbon, or a mixture of both?
Carbon right now, but in these boilers they have some chrome, and then on those food processing plants they'll have stainless.
Okay.
A bunch of the different Inconel, stainless, 347. But here lately, just a bunch of carbon, 80, 70, 80, 90, chrome.
Okay. So you came in about I don't know, 6 months or a few months back, and a unique opportunity approached with your dad.
Yeah.
So tell us, what has your dad been doing for the last few years, and how do we go from there?
So he kind of retired. He worked at a plant for 25 years. He kind of retired. Some things happened, and me and my brothers talked to him about welding, because he didn't really want to fully retire. He wanted to work with us, and we talked to him about welding. So we got him brushing up a little bit, and he passed his first test this fall, actually. And we was at a power plant, and he was kind of nervous about welding some tubes, but we actually didn't even end up welding tubes. They actually put us on the time and material side instead of the hard dollar, and it worked out great because they realized that he was pretty green as far as welding goes, but as far as being just in the industry and working, he just fit right in. They actually on the job we're on right now, they handed him some prints, and he was able, just from being in a factory, and it was similar to what he did for 25 years, he kind of took off, and they got him handed him some prints, and he actually started building the support, so he's got his own little crew now, so it kind of worked out really well. So not just welding, but where he had that other experience in the other fields that kind of helped him out. So that's what I'd tell somebody that was kind of nervous about maybe quitting their job, just maybe not as far as welding, but just if you got experience somewhere else, that's just proof that it help you out in the welding industry too. So.
Right. Yeah, so it's almost a flip-flop, a reversal of roles. A lot of times, I learned so much from my dad, and a lot of times it's dad taking the son here, or dad taking the son there. So it was kind of a reversal. So now it's the son. Hey, Dad, come and tag along with me.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. On our first weld together, it was a piece of 12-inch, and I started out, tacked it up, and then he was on the left side and I was on the right-hand side. And he started asking me things that, growing up or just anything about everyday life, I'd always ask him. Well, it was kind of weird where my dad asking me, hey, how's this go in, or how does this work? And it was like you just said, it was flopped around. It was really odd at first, but, once we started getting together, it kind of went back to how it was. But it was cool. Teaching my dad new tricks that he'd always, because he'd always taught me everything.
Never too old to learn a new trick.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. What sticks out in your mind about the way KWI trains versus the real world? Did we get you prepped up for that?
100%. Like I was telling a bunch of these guys today, the instructors come off of these jobs. They come off refinery jobs, they come off of boiler jobs. So you're not, just getting somebody that just strictly instructs. And a lot of the guys that taught me when I was in here had just come off a job, and they were showing me things that were fresh, that they'd done last week on the job. And they had a few simulators, boiler simulators, tube simulators. The mirror, one of my first jobs was actually a mirror job where I had to be looking through a mirror, and a lot of the schools won't show you that. And they get out there and they want you to do that. And thankfully I'd already practiced while I was here. and it helped me out a lot. So a lot of the different simulators and things like that they got here really helped out a lot, because it's what you see out there.
Now, have you been strictly one company, or have you jumped multiple companies on those multiple states?
I haven't been with the same, I mean, I'll go back to the company, you know, say I work an outage in the spring, and I'll go to new construction during the summer or in the winter, and then if that same company has a fall outage, they'll call me back or I'll call them back. But, you know, I try not to burn any bridges with nobody, and if I need to go somewhere else or I want to go somewhere else, I just kind of have a polite conversation, like, hey, these guys are paying more, but keep me in touch, and that's just kind of how I've always went about it. And I've got, you know, a lot of companies call me, or I'll call them back, and I just keep in good with them, whether or not, you know, you want to stick with them or not. Just if you're going to leave, if you're going to stay, just do it in a good way, and they'll always give you a call back. And just always work hard and make sure you're welding good, and they'll always give you a call back.
Yeah, I think that nails it on the head. Like, so with these companies, if you burn your bridge and you burn your reputation, man, there's people waiting at the gate to go to work.
Yeah. I tell a lot of guys, you know, if you're gonna leave, do it the right way. Don't just walk off mad and just say, hey, these people got, because there's people talk. This industry's big. I know guys from Kentucky that know they're best friends with people I've worked with in Florida, and you wouldn't know them from Adam, but you get down there and they're like, hey, that's buddy I worked with last year, and this is my brother-in-law, and that's this guy. And you're like, oh dang. So you got to really watch what you do and just do it the right way if you're going to do it.
Yeah, it's a really small world in the welding industry, for sure.
Everybody knows everybody. And there's a few guys out here that's worked with my brother, and you know, I walked around here and just talking to some people today, and they were like, yeah, I know your brother, or I've heard about you, I know your last name, or I know people you've worked with, and I'm like, man, and they're from out west, you know, they're from Texas, and it's just a small, and it just really is a small industry once you get out there.
Yeah, it is. All right. Well, thanks for coming in. I really appreciate that, and you had some good points. So hopefully everyone here understands that, you know, you got to work good, work hard, and then hey, if your dad's interested in that new career, no matter how young or how old, KWI is the place for you to be. We can get you trained up and get you back out there making some awesome money.
So hopefully you guys like this video. We'll be putting out more videos on our YouTube channel, so subscribe to that. And also check out our website. We have links, and we also have shop for clothing and a virtual tour. Until next time, see you there.